Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me in 2023. I was going to try to get my new computer set up. I'm going to change the way the channel looks, at least the way the reviews look. I'm getting a new computer set up, some different software, all this other good stuff. Anyway, bottom line, it hasn't gotten here yet. So the first review of 2023 is going to look like all the reviews before it. But the next review, hopefully, you're going to see a brand new look. You know, some neat little graphics and some other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to, try to keep it kind of under wraps because I want to kind of surprise y'all. Anyway, it's going to look really cool. At least I think it is. Anyway, today I've got the G-Shock Soundwave 200 meter Quartz. I reviewed one of these a couple years ago. I wasn't crazy about it, but I love this colorway, this transparent colorway. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and give it another shot. This is actually the Japanese, the JDM version, which is GA900SKL-7A but the international version is just GA900SKL-7A. So I wanted to, let y'all know there are two different model numbers, one for the Japanese market, and then one, which is this one. You can tell the packaging is different as well. And then one that, that comes in like the 10 for the American and international market. So anyway, this is the JDM version. There's no difference in the actual watch, just different packaging. So again, I love the overall look of this, but I'm afraid that that LCD, that negative LCD, is going to rear its ugly head again. Anyway, I want to give this another shot. Let's check it out. All right, guys, we'll get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. I do get a very, very small commission from Amazon if you buy from my Amazon store, so I really do appreciate it when you do that. So again, JDM packaging for this one. Normally, they come in those little tins. So let's open this up. If I remember correctly, this sleeve was really on here. There we go. All right, it's a little bit easier than it was before. There we go. Got like that fake, I don't know, crocodile, alligator kind of pattern to it. I like this JDM packaging, man. I think it's a little bit better than the 10, to tell you the truth. All right, here's your first look at the watch. Of course, there you go. And you can already see, unless you're looking at it at a certain angle, that LCD is kind of hard to read. Man, it's such a shame. They have a positive version of this, but I like this transparent case and this like teal green LCD better. If they could just make this positive somehow, I'm not quite sure how they do that. Anyway, and here is the JDM tag, as you can see. Was it GA900SKL-7AJF? There you go. There's the JDM tag. Here is your Japanese manual. There you go, right there. Again, no difference in the actual watch. Just which market it is destined for. And these are destined for the Japanese market. The Japanese always save the best stuff for them. Some other companies, I wish they would start doing that. Save the best stuff for your own people. And that's what Japanese like to do. They save the best models, the most feature-rich models, the nicest stuff. They save it for the Japanese market. I guess it's kind of like a thank you. Hey, thanks for supporting us. And again, they have a lot of G-Shock has a lot of Japanese models. They're the exact same watch. Actually, I take that back. Well, most of them are, but like there's some Rangeman that if you buy a Rangeman in Japan, you get a carbon fiber strap. The rest of the world just gets a regular resin strap. Little things like that the Japanese do with their electronics and watches and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and tell you all the 7 specs you need to know, and then I will put the rest of the stuff down there in the description. So you're looking at a 49.5 millimeter resin case. It's 16.9 millimeters thick. It's 52.8 millimeters lug to lug. It comes on a proprietary strap. You can swap out all these different straps. Of course, this comes in other different colorways as well. It's water resistant to 200 meters, which is 660 feet. You get the 5673 module inside with a 7-year battery life, which is pretty good, man. Realistically, you're probably looking at 5. If you use the LED light inside a lot, that's going to diminish your battery life. So try to use your LED sparingly. That's one of my other major gripes about this is you've got an LED to illuminate the dial, but there's no backlight for the LCD display. And guys, that's one of the other things about this watch. It's kind of hard to read. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a second. And you also get a mineral crystal. Again, all the other specs, check down there in the description if you want to check all those things out. You know, like it's got world time, it's got a calendar, an auto calendar to 2099, hourly time signal. Y'all know how I love those hourly time signals. And it's got the hand shift feature. Let me show you this real quick. So if that minute hand or hour hand is right in the middle of the display like it is now, hit the light and then hit C, and that hand is going to move out of the way, just like that. And it'll actually say hand right up there. You can see it. Let me see what it's doing here. Where is it moving to? Ah, pretty good. Perfect. You can see it. See, it says blinking hand. Press any button and the hands will go back where they're supposed to. Now, you can also choose which display you want to see right here. I can't remember which button it is. Is it this one? You can either see the time or you can see the date all the time. Oh, there's the button. Let me see what it's, let me see. I think it must be this one up here. Or maybe it's that one too. Let me see here real quick. I think I just started the stopwatch too. Let me reset this thing. All right. All right, so reset the stopwatch. Now, let's go back to time. So there's your time, and I think it's this one that'll show you the date all the time. Yep, there you go. So you hit the upper right hand, and that shows the date. Again, you can't see what the day is, I mean what the month is. Hit the hand shift feature. There go those hands. Now you can see it's January. And I think there's a timeout period. They'll switch back, I think after, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something like that. Again, any press of a button, any button, puts the hands back where they're supposed to be. Pretty cool. Now see, I love the overall look of this thing. I love the racetrack seconds up there. As you can see, it's 60 segments. And then it'll start, and then when it gets to the top, it'll then reverse and go back. I like the dial. I like the hands. It's just this thing is such a pain in the ass to read, guys. Again, now, because this is under a studio light, that LCD segment is popping out really well. But in anything other than direct light like this thing is next to impossible to read. I don't understand. Now, the positive LCD version of this are fine. It's just the LCD, the negative LCD of this, it's next to impossible to read. And when I show you the illumination, you'll see it illuminates the hands, but it doesn't backlight the LCD display. So far as the rest of the watch go, again, I love that transparent look. Very futuristic, kind of like retro futuristic. Very futuristic. All that transparent, all that, that transparent case, the use of white. It kind of reminds me of a watch that Tom Cruise would have worn on the movie Oblivion. I think Oblivion has one of the best set designs and overall designs of a movie I've ever seen. Really cool. It kind of reminds me of Oblivion for some reason. Here's your strap. Again, you got a transparent keeper. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. There you go. You got dual tang and buckle. There's your tang. There's your buckle. Here's a case back. Most of these are cased in Thailand. They have a Japanese movement, but gosh, a huge majority of G-Shock watches are made in Thailand, unless they're like the Mr. G models or some of the really expensive ones. A lot of these are made in Thailand. At least this price bracket of watch, between like $100 and $200. Most of them are cased in Thailand. So anyway, there's your, and this isn't a carbon core, by the way. This is just a regular case back. So there you go. There you go. Again, you got a transparent keeper. There's your white tang and buckle, plastic buckle. Let me go ahead and try it on real quick. And it fit pretty well. I mean, obviously the strap is really stiff. Strap is super stiff. But that'll wear down over time. It's just a cool looking watch, man. So far as its functionality goes, again, unless you're, looking right at it in direct light, that LCD is kind of a pain in the ass. Now the hands are fine. The hands do blend in a little tiny bit together because they are almost identical. One is obviously just longer. The minute hand is longer. But then again, I mean, it shouldn't, they might have wanted to put something a little bit different on the hour hand just to differentiate it from the minute hand. But let me show you here. There we go. And then, of course, go back to regular time. Let me see here. I can't see what I'm doing. Looks like that's daylight savings time. There you go. In fact, let me go take it off. Let me go through the functions real quick and show you what you get. All right, so we'll be on stopwatch now. So let's go back here. And you'll notice a different beep for when you get back to home. I think that's home right there, yep. So it's Sunday, January 15th. There's your timer. There's your world time. I don't even know what it's set to for world time. I think it's what's set to UTC, which is Greenwich, England. There's so they're what, 5 hours ahead of us? Yeah, that's about right. There's alarms. There's 5 different alarms. This one happens to be off. You can, of course, cycle through them. There you go. There's your snooze button. There's off. There's your stopwatch, which you showed me inadvertently demonstrating a few minutes ago. And now you're back to time. Now see, there's that there's that second track up there. So when it gets to 60, what it'll start, it won't clear out. It'll just start counting back down. I think it starts counting back down from the bottom segment, if I remember correctly. I just think it's kind of a cool little thing. There's a little indicator up here that tells you what mode you're in. These are actual screws, which is kind of cool. These little silver screws right here. Big buttons, which is nice. Big light button. Let's see. Yep, see, there you go. See, it's counting. Now it's counting down. Pretty cool. I mean, a good looking watch overall. I mean, I like these GA900s, man. I think they're good looking watches. Of course, you got the proprietary straps. Tons of different strap options to use with this watch. And again, I wanted to start start the new year off with all my brand new equipment. So I was like, dang it. It just hasn't gotten here yet, guys. So I'm going to start using different software, brand new PC. I'm thinking about even getting a new camera. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I just want to tell you about this thing. Again, it comes in multiple different variations, multiple different strap options. This is the Soundwave series. There's another one in the series that's blue. It's like transparent blue. That's the other Soundwave watch. And again, it reminds me of something, you'd wear in the 80s, but then again, it also looks futuristic. It's really kind of the best of both worlds. So anyway, you can get this thing on Amazon for $109. I'll make sure to put that link down there for you. Before I forget, let me go ahead and cut out studio light. Let's kill this monitor. And let me show you. See, there is the Neobrite just on the hour and minute hand. Let me go ahead and zap that. For a second, I thought the case, guys, I thought it was glowed. It doesn't. Anyway, there you go. And then you hit the light. And again, it just illuminates the dial. It doesn't illuminate the LCD, which to me kind of sucks. But I mean, you can definitely still tell what time it is. I just wish they would have a dual illuminator like a lot of G-Shocks do. All right, so there you go. Cut everything back on. Again, head on over to my Amazon channel if you want to pick one of these up. They're pretty cheap right now. Again, this is probably 2 or 3 years old. So they're, I think Amazon has them for like $109. Like I said, you can actually get them for a little bit cheaper sometimes as well. G-Shock's website has them for like 20% off. I like the overall look. I just don't like the execution that much. Anyway, but hey man, if you like it, head on over to my channel, pick one up. I definitely appreciate it if you want to do that. And guys, that's really been about it. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I really appreciate it when you do that. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next review. Now, this might take a couple more weeks for me to get everything set up. I'm going to try to learn a brand new video editing software. So guys, it might be, maybe 2 or 3 more weeks before I get you a new review. So please bear with me. Please be patient. I just want to get it all new setup. I mean, I've been using this setup I have now for years and years and years and years, and it's just time to upgrade. So anyway, guys, until the next review, again, might be 2 or 3 weeks away. I will see y'all later. Take care. All right, bye-bye.